Gentlemen, have you ever wondered if you're the alpha or just another sheep in the crowd? Today, we challenge your perceptions and nudge you towards a seismic shift. We unravel the nice guy syndrome, the sheepish facade that's often mistaken for genuine goodness. It's time to realize that being Mr. Nice Guy isn't always as commendable as it seems. It's a mask, a convenient cover that's more about pleasing others than being true to oneself. It's a trap that leads to a life of conformity, where you're just another face in the crowd, rather than standing out as the unique individual you are. The nice guy syndrome is a social construct, and it's detrimental to your personal growth. Remember, it's not about blaming others for your problems, but taking responsibility and gearing up for the battle ahead. So buckle up and get ready to face some hard-hitting truths. It's time for a wake-up call. As we delve deeper into the dichotomy between the alpha and the sheep, let's visualize this battle. Picture this: two warriors standing on opposite ends of a vast battlefield. On one side, the alpha, a figure of immense strength, his every move radiating confidence and power. His eyes are sharp, poised to seize every opportunity. His stance is unyielding, ready to face any challenge that comes his way. He embodies courage, resilience, and self-assuredness. He's not just another face in the crowd, but a leader who stands out, a force to reckon with. On the other side, the sheep, a figure often mistaken for a kind-hearted soul, but in reality is a follower, a conformist. His eyes lack the spark of individuality, and his stance reflects his inherent need for validation. He's easily swayed by the opinions of others and would rather fit in than stand out. He represents fear, self-doubt, and a lack of self-belief. As the battle commences, the alpha strikes first, symbolizing the initiative he takes in life. The sheep, on the other hand, is reactive, merely responding to the alpha's blows. The alpha's attacks are decisive and powerful, reflecting his assertiveness. In contrast, the sheep's defense is shaky and unsure, mirroring his indecisiveness. This intense battle is a metaphor for the struggle each one of us faces. The alpha and the sheep exist within us, vying for control. Who will dominate? Who will prevail? The choice is yours. Will you lead your life with the confidence of the alpha, or follow the herd like the sheep? The answer lies within you. Remember, it's not about who you are, but who you choose to be. Before you start defending your niceness, let's distinguish between being a genuinely good man and being a doormat. So what's the difference? Well, it's simple. Picture a good man. He's someone who commands respect, not seeks approval. He's someone who stands up for what he believes in, not someone who changes his stance to fit the crowd. He's someone who makes decisions, not someone who waits for others to decide for him. He's someone who is loved for who he is, not someone who is liked for what he does. Now picture a doormat. It's something people wipe their feet on. It's something people walk over. It's something people hardly notice, unless it's missing or worn out. It's something that's useful, but not valued. It's something that's convenient, but not cherished. Now ask yourself, which one sounds more like you? Here's the stark truth. Being a genuinely good man and being a doormat are polar opposites. They're as different as night and day, as different as fire and water, as different as an eagle and a sheep. You see, a good man values himself, while a doormat devalues himself. A good man sets boundaries, while a doormat lets people cross his boundaries. A good man is respected, while a doormat is used. You might be living in this delusional bubble, thinking that the world owes you something for your niceness, for your kindness, for your sacrifice. But here's a reality check. The world doesn't owe you anything. Life doesn't owe you anything. People don't owe you anything. Being nice, being kind, being considerate, these are not tickets to a better life. They're not free passes to success. They're not shortcuts to happiness. They're simply qualities. Qualities that can be used or abused. Qualities that can make you a good man or a doormat. So, it's time to make a choice. It's time to decide which path you will take. It's time to decide who you will be. Will you be a genuinely good man, or will you be a doormat? The sooner you understand this, the less painful your life will be. Welcome to the gym, the physical manifestation of the alpha male's territory. This is where strength, determination, and discipline come to life. Here, men are not just lifting weights, they're lifting their self-esteem. They're not just building muscles, they're building resilience. They're not just sweating, they're sweating out their insecurities. This is not just a place, it's a mindset, it's a statement, it's a declaration that says, I am in control. I am responsible for my body, for my health, for my life. This is where the alpha male thrives. He doesn't use the gym to show off or to intimidate others. He uses it to challenge himself, to push his limits, to break his own records. He doesn't use the gym to validate his worth or to seek approval. He uses it to improve himself, to grow, to evolve. He doesn't use the gym to compete with others. He uses it to compete with himself, to become a better version of himself. This is the difference between the alpha male and the sheep. The sheep goes to the gym to fit in, to conform, to blend in. The alpha male goes to the gym to stand out, to excel, to lead. The sheep looks at the mirror and sees what he lacks. The alpha male looks at the mirror and sees what he has achieved. The sheep seeks validation. The alpha male seeks progress. The sheep is driven by fear. The alpha male is driven by ambition. So ask yourself, when you step into the gym, who do you become? The sheep or the alpha male? Remember, the gym is not just a place, it's an opportunity. An opportunity to prove to yourself that you are more than just a body, more than just a face, more than just a number. You are an individual, you are a force, you are an alpha male. Let's dive deeper into the murky waters of the nice guy persona. What we find might not be as pleasant or as innocent as you might imagine. Picture this: the nice guy, always smiling, always helpful, a shoulder to lean on, a friend to all. But scratch beneath the surface and you may find something far less noble. Underneath the angelic exterior of Mr. Nice Guy often lurks a master manipulator. You see, the nice guy isn't always genuinely nice. His kindness isn't born out of pure benevolence, but rather it's a currency. It's a transaction. He does something nice and in return he expects something back. It could be a favor, a compliment, or even a relationship. This is the dark side of Mr. Nice Guy. This transactional behavior is not only insincere, but also harmful. It results in relationships that are based on deceit and manipulation rather than genuine affection and respect. The nice guy presents himself as a victim, a martyr who selflessly gives and gives. But in reality, he's a puppet master, pulling the strings and expecting the world to dance to his tune. And here's the thing, people are not as naive as the nice guy might think. They can sense the insincerity. They can feel the strings attached to every act of kindness, and when they do, they pull away, they withdraw their affection, their respect, their trust, because no one likes to be manipulated. No one likes to be treated like a pawn in someone else's game. So if you've been playing the nice guy, it's time for a reality check. Your kindness should never be a means to an end. It should be genuine, unconditional, devoid of any ulterior motives. It should come from a place of love and respect, not manipulation and control. Remember, genuine kindness is attractive, it's respected, it's admired, but fake kindness, it's just a cheap imitation, a poor substitute for the real thing. So drop the act, because ignorance isn't bliss, it's just ignorance. Enter the alpha male, the antithesis of the nice guy. The alpha male is a beacon of authenticity, a paragon of courage, a symbol of unshakable resolve. He doesn't just exist, he lives, and he lives by a code that's etched into his very being, a code that guides his every action. This code is not a set of hollow words, but a profound philosophy that shapes his world. It is a set of principles that resonate with truth and integrity. He's not kind because he wants something in return. No, when the alpha male is kind, it's a conscious choice, a manifestation of his genuine nature. And the alpha male isn't afraid to stir the pot. He doesn't seek out conflict, but he won't shy away from standing his ground. He speaks his mind, driven by conviction, not by fear. This isn't just a lifestyle, it's a creed. Anything less is simply unacceptable. And now, let's unveil the coward's facade. Often, the so-called nice guys construct a barrier of counterfeit morality, a shield to hide their fears and insecurities. It's a masquerade, a pretense, designed to avoid confrontation and conflict. But let's get this straight. Authenticity and courage are not negotiable. They are the bedrock of character, the hallmarks of a true alpha. The question then becomes, are you ready to shed the facade, ready to confront your fears and step out of the comfort zone? It's not an easy path, but it's a rewarding one. It's a journey of self-discovery, of embracing your flaws and transforming them into strength. It's about standing tall, not because the world is watching, but because you owe it to yourself. In the end, it's not about donning a new mask or becoming someone else. It's about peeling off the layers of pretense and revealing the best version of you. Remember, it's not about being someone else, but being the best version of yourself.